Hello, Geminis. If you'd like to come on in, have a seat for some symbolic support. We have an inkblot here made in your name and essence. If you want to take a screenshot so you can scry on your own time and terms for shapes and symbols that speak to your psyche and psychic senses. We'll add on tarot and oracle, and as well we have ghost tube here kicking audio style for any additional inspirations or irritations, so please receive or release freely. Geminis, you're welcome to open up with me or fast forward through. When you're ready, taking a nice big breath, closing the eyes, cleansing the palette of perception, releasing the race and the rush, activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support. In the name and honor of Gemini, thank you so much for being my muse, for holding space for me to share my insights and allowing me to be a guest in your aura. Let's go. All right, Geminis, you know the drill. If you see, sense, or feel anything, feel well to comment below or keep to yourself. Introverts and extroverts alike. It's all good. Wow. Okay. So there's a child in spirit. I think it's a child or somebody smaller, shorter. They're in spirit. I'm out here. I'm trying to communicate with them. Could be your inner child. Could be the spirit of your inner child. Again, not getting, when I say spirit, of course, could be the spirit of somebody in the afterlife, the spirit of an element, the spirit of somebody incarnate. But I do feel like they've passed on. There's an animal guide as well with you. The name could be Billy, of course, or your name could be Billy. There's a spirit animal that is creating a bridge for them to come closer. They're trying to send a message through, almost like through hand signals. So there might be some sort of, I might hold them in a memory of like ASL or something like that. It's not going to be for all, but thank you for holding space for others to hear part of the story that may resonate. Geminis, okay, for others, it just like whoop, jumped out at me. It's a mother figure, and you were the child of this mother. The mother has passed on, and the child within you is like sending out a message to this mother in spirit. It's like they can sense your aura. It's so big, it's so pure, like this. I'm hearing return to innocence, so it's like that part of me, and they're hearing the call, and the mother stepping forward. They look different now. They look different now than what you may have remembered them. Even a little bit taller. Something about like being able to like
it's warm,
be straight or stand up straight, like their alignment is fixed. Something about their alignment.
Friday
might be significant if it was a death day or a birthday. Seeing something with like mouths open here. I'm trying to determine what it is that I'm seeing. Okay, and then also down here I'm seeing eyes, and there's something over my mouth. Geminis, there's okay, my crown third eye, because I'm hearing yakety yak, don't talk back. Da, 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 da. Very fun song. Very fun song. But when I come to like this thing in my mouth, I feel like I'm breathing oxygen, but it feels like the air of my pure innocence again. So it's like I'm purifying something that I am, my intention, I'm going to say for simplicity's sake. I'm also being given some sort of support is how I'm feeling. I'm being given some sort of support. I also feel like, Geminis, I am in some sort of healing. I don't know if it's like a psychic surgery of sorts or...
You don't understand.
Shamanic, this, that, or the other. Pick a culture that feels well to you. I also feel like I'm an astronaut. And there's something like in my apparatus, in my breathing apparatus, they're helping me to stay calm. But I can hear them talking. Yeah, they're different kind of beings. They're different beings. There's something about the pieces of my aura that they're trying to pick out. They're actually guardians. Yes, they are the guardians. As this is happening, if you're
What
understanding at this, it is November 24th. It's because I was wrapped up in something. There's some sort of netting. Okay, on the other hand, as I'm going through, I feel like for some this happens in the sleep state or the dream state. Okay, and give me a second here, gems. You know, like when you buy a turkey or something or a chicken at the rotisserie and it's tied, and then you cut those ties off and it can breathe. That's what it's making me feel like. I can breathe. Something was tight and taut. I just felt taut. It's like something's healing. You have to put like a cast or something, a wrap around it, right? You want to keep it, or even like a Band-Aid, and you want to keep it tight and taut, so to really bring these pieces together, like the two skins of something to come together. Could be in your mind, could be the aspects of you, could be your dreams and wishes, your wants. I want this job, and I want, and this side hustle, and somehow they're going to come together. It doesn't matter what the context is for me. But I do know that something's happening for me in this state. I'm even getting my ears looked at, like, because I'm seeing one of those things where they look into your ears. I'm also seeing that you are a bundle of joy. And I don't know if I've been keeping that to myself for a little while, if I haven't felt like I was in a state of joy, but I come back to the mother and it's like, you are my bundle. There's a rebirthing happening as well, Geminis. There's a rebirthing. It's like I'm in some sort of sack, and this is what it makes me feel like in the breathing, right? Because when you're like the umbilical and the water and there's all this kind of stuff, maybe you're from America, there's something about America, and I'm wombing, and I'm being given nutrients and looking at things. There are different creatures. They might be from different planets. They might be different characters, but something is definitely helping. It's also like there's this, okay. I'm looking at something. I'm right up here in this little space here. If I can bring this up for you, this little story here. Okay, and an opportunity while this is going on, possibly in your sleep state, whatever the case may be. While it's going on, I have like these astral adventures or psychic adventures. Yep, and I'm at this other point. I don't think I feel like I've already been through all of this, and now I'm coming to this point, and I'm deciding. It's like each time I am. Case. You know what's interesting? I want to say astrally abducted, because I don't know that it's happening in such a way that I would typically think it's. But it's like booking something, like you book a modality, or you book a surgery, or you book a healing, or whatever the case is, book an appointment with your ear doctor, your eye doctor. So it's kind of like I step in knowing this, because there's something about maybe a direction. I'm like, I've been given directions up until this point, and now it's up to me to take the leap. And I think, this is how it's feeling for me, I think if I go to the pinnacle of this, I'm going to, like, if I fall, I'm going to be eaten. But really, I'm seeing it like like these devices that will just lift me and bring me back up. Try again. It's higher. It's a higher direction than I feel like I've, maybe it's even a different dimension I just heard, which is interesting. Sorry if I didn't, oh my goodness. So funny. I'm also seeing, that may resonate with you, some of the mantis or the mantids or something along that lines. Okay, so there's some sort of direction that I'm taking and receiving, territory and waterproof. So when I come up to this precipice or this pinnacle, this point, and I think I'm going to fall in here. Crazy. I want to, oops, the lighting, sorry, the glare. I want to plop it right in here. Yeah, this is like, This is unconscious, conscious. It's like I'm getting new directions for something, for the way I'm going to go about something. I feel my emotions, but I am not of them. They're not controlling contributors of me. I feel as though like in this surgery or tank that I'm in, that I'm being looked at for so many. I'm very aware. I feel very aware. I don't know the state. I can't speak to the state. Maybe it's just your meditative state. I'm aware, and things can like roll off me a little bit because I'm seeing, how do you say? It's like applying a sealant to a shoe, you know, to make it waterproof for a while. And every so often you got to respray it. Yeah, see, there's something. Because you're banishing something you might have been tied up into or tied to. And you have good luck with you. That's amazing. On the bottom, we have blessed day. Don't worry that it's upside down. If these mean anything to you, you know the drill. Please see, sense, and feel for yourself versus following my yammerings. But I appreciate the space being held. Geminis, if you haven't already, sorry, please do like, share, subscribe. And thank you to all those who do and donate and request personals. All the links are below if you go to iScry.ca. You guys like warm my haunted heart. And I'm so grateful to have friends on these aura adventures, the artistic aura adventures. Thank you. Okay, so I'm back up here where I was, and I felt like it's like back to back, like two parts. And it's like, I got you. It's almost like somebody having your six, but I feel like it's the energies or aspects within myself, but there's other aspects doing stuff, even though everything's being housed in like this one container. I'm feeling a little like bulletproof, and I don't want to get cocky. I keep hearing, don't get cocky. There's a, because then I might get bound and wound again, and it's like undoing karma, and I've undone karma. Let's just say that way. And I want to ensure I'm not incurring new karma. Yeah, look at that. 1, 2. The spirit of ether, the Lord of Dominion. I've broken free from something. Gemini. And now I want to acknowledge this opportunity, this work that's been done with me, for me. I want to acknowledge it as like I get to take a new direction. So maybe, you know, and you can always put it in any context that feels good to you, right? Versus me. But I do my best to kind of bridge it. If I'm changing careers and it's like, but I've always been in this industry now, but I really am curious about that industry, and I decide to take it. And maybe it's been troubling you. Five of Pentacles. Maybe there's something that's been troubling you about this, or you're being hard on yourself that you made a decision. There it is. Yeah. The Wheel of Fortune. Maybe you committed yourself to something, but it's shifting. It's shifting because of this. It's like I'm seeing all these plates like turn. Oh, sorry. I didn't even show you these. I thought the camera was your angle. Geminis, I'm so sorry. There you go. And then you have the Foolish Man and the Two of Wands. 1, 2. It's like you're going to take, in order to take 2 steps, you have to start with 1 step. And it's like moving from the 5 to the Wheel of Fortune. It's like taking that 1 step starts this. But you're receiving some sort of help and divine guidance, for lack of a better term, but a perfect term, really. And I'm going to leave that one in the reverse as it's coming through. The Last Judgment and the 8. Is it the 8 of... I don't even know what it is. I didn't even look. The 8 of Wands, Lord of Swiftness. Okay. See how this person in here is like coming out of this coffin? This is what it's like. And you're being observed. You've reached something. I spoke to the gods and it was heard. The Eight of Wands, Lord of Swiftness, was in the reverse. Something's not happening as fast as I would like it. It's because there's working in different time frames. There's different time frames going on. Things are happening at, different levels, different states of consciousness. Strength and quiet strength. Interesting. This is like a pointing. Remember, strength can be really, really quiet. And there's that grave coming out of the grave. This process takes strength and it takes time in different realms of realities. Please bear with us. Please bear with us. Again, you're being observed and watched over. Geminis, I'm going to keep going here. We'll scry your ink blot from the other direction another time, and for perspective possibilities. I just want to see. I feel like there's another story. Okay, there it is. Thank you. It's coming through. It's coming through. Something about the back of my head. I don't know if this is from a spirit or one of the afterlife aura individuals. Okay, so there's two bridges coming out to me. What it makes me feel like, it's like giving out and receiving.
Jim.
The bridge is almost there, especially if you're looking to communicate with a spirit of a soul individually and or a piece of yourself. So it's like in the shadow aspect, in the shadow realm, again, subconscious, or whatever place you want to put it in. It's like almost, it's actually touching.
Close it.
But it's like closing the gap. It's closing the gap on the cycle of giving and receiving through. Okay, so that was through the 5. The change of that. The mother. Yeah, the mother's come up. Mother of pearl might also mean something to someone. Seeing somebody's bird. Okay, so it's like, say like a doctor, is looking in your ear. So they're looking in your ear. I'm getting brutal, sorry. The mother and the one. You might be an only child. Sorry, so someone's looking in your ear like the doctor. They also have like a little bird chirping in their ear. So it's almost like this doctor being, this psychic doctor of sorts or something along that lines, because it's happening in a different realm where our terms don't quite fit the same. They're all helpers, but their skill sets is closest to like a doctor of sorts, like an ear doctor. Anyway, so they have a little bird off to the side, and I don't know if the doctor's communicating to the bird and the bird takes the message somewhere, but it feels like they're like taking gunk out. This little bird has this ability to take the gunk out. So it's like 2 layers of messages almost, of help. Geminis, you have a lot of help going on. Yeah, you do. You have a lot of help. Something's been answered. I spoke to the gods and they heard me because I was feeling left out, alone in something, in some regard. My prayer was the offering. Interesting. The flame of my fire. Somebody in the afterlife as well was helping make this happen. They were waiting for you to make the call, waiting for you to make the appointment, whether this is a literal appointment of getting like your ears checked out, eyes, ears, nose, throat, something in, maybe you're getting headaches in the back of the head. I'm not really sure what it is, but they were waiting for you and it's helping. And when I see it in like the astral spirit space, like I feel like all of these different abilities come in all at one time. And it's like,
I
even
come and go.
as this comes out, it's like, it's all, you know what it makes me feel like? It feels like there's like a shock wave. A shock wave. Again, I've always been in this industry, say car sales, and then I go to fashion. Like, you know what I mean? And you're always able to be fashionable at being a car salesman or working at a car dealership, you know. And then you're like, but this I like to dress well, or whatever the case is. And you decide, or your side hustle is in like fashion, and you take this other opportunity to do that, to nurture that part of you. It feels very nice, but like something works. Something's working. Something's working. Closing out messages for gems. Thank you. It's all very refreshing. Stay village. Oh my goodness. Stephanie. Stay vigilant. This version of you feels like water coming through. Like it's not quite in fruition, right? It's like a ghost of you, but this mold's being made. This creation is coming through. If you can see, maybe I'll try the other angle. If you can see that statue in there, staying vigilant, and no matter what kind of alchemy that is, I don't feel like I'm an active warrior. I feel as though as I'm walking towards this, like that,
I want to stay.
That cast feeling. And it's like your cast can come off now, but there's an evaluation. It's like, oh, my cast can come off, but I'm a little nervous. I'm a little nervous to walk on the leg or use my arm, this, that, or the other. And so, but you start doing it in this new body per se, but it hasn't quite come into fruition. I feel like there's also been a secret. Is there somebody beside me? I don't see anything. There's also been a secret and discretion. Maybe you haven't communicated a whole lot to other pieces of you. You've been discreet in the way. I feel like this whole healing of your ink blot, and I'm going to say healing. Yeah, I'm going to say healing because it's happening on a human level, on a heart level, on a head level, hips, heart, and head, and standing up tall of who I am. And I'm allowed to like different things. And yes, I might be an accountant, but on my side hustle or on my own private time, I like to do karaoke. And I don't know if there's any sort of conflict, but there they are. I am more than one skill set. I am more than one way that one may see me, that this is, whatever context it's in, this is how you see me, this is what fits. That's great. And that's awesome. And this is why we have this contract, or this is why we have, this job. But I am more than that. And I feel like in the Gemini, it's like all being bundled back together for me to, what is that? What is that word? Marinate, and then cut it all off, all of those binds that served, and I can come out. Maybe you are coming out of some closet. Maybe it is in whatever that closet may mean. There's many closets, right? I don't want to get stuck on just what's topical right now or what's socially the focal point, because it's not anyone else's focal point. This is my heart. This is my head. This is my humanity, my higher, you know what I'm saying? And this is like just embracing that. And then coming out as like this multidimensional being in whatever respect that is for you. And maybe something's been, you've been very discreet about something. There's also times that, yes, absolutely, being discreet and respecting other people's, like, your audience and respecting that and holding something back or being discreet about it is in respect of that versus
leave here,
having to just leave it, right? And be like, and then there's haste. This feels like Geminis are no longer doing that. It's like, I respect the respect I want in regards to whatever this is, in this growth of the psychic surgery of sorts, in this full-on holistic healing. And I understand, and I understand. And I'm getting respite from anything that has been, including in and of myself, from any sort of turmoil, rising up out of my grave. There's my shadow. Where are you? And there's my light. It's amazing. Gemini. I am going to leave this here. Thank you. Oh my goodness. I'm telling you, I am just not on the camera jam today. Thank you so much for being my muse, for holding space for me to share my insights and allowing me to be a guest in your aura. This is fantastic. I really look forward to seeing you once again. I see you also being carried. Like the bust. This also could be happening with aliens or angels, right? Seeing this as a spaceship being risen up. Oh my goodness, I love it. Geminis, I hope this has served. Until next time.